So there are so many brands in the market. I'm sure there must be some more ways of making yourself unique. So can you give us some more examples?
Yes, one of the easiest and most powerful ways of making your brand unique is to create a new category. Every product or service is in a particular category, and that category is going to expand because that's the way things work. It's going to happen anyway. Take any product. Let's take the example of phones. First, everybody had just a landline, black colored and horrible. And then we had that category of phones splitting into two categories, landline and mobile
Cordless.
phones. And cordless. And let's move on to the time when mobile phones came in. So suddenly you had landlines and mobile phones. Now forget landlines because that's a dying category. But mobile phones then further got split up into Android versus Apple. And now within Android there are lots of options, and within camera phones there are different kinds of phones which have different specifications of the camera. So every category is going to split up into two or more categories. That's going to happen anyway. You might as well take the initiative and create a separate category of your own. So I attended a session by Al Rees and Laura Rees. Al Rees, along with his partner Jack Trout, is the author of several marketing books. One of the best marketing books in the world is 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing. And I distinctly remember this slide. It just made so much sense to me. He said in the 1970s, you could walk into any restaurant in the US and you would see a list of 7 to 8 things on the menu. So you would see tea, coffee, donuts, burgers, sandwiches. You could take out any one of these and sell only that, and you could create a new category. So coffee, somebody's taken it out and made a category out of it. That's Starbucks. McDonald's took burgers. Sandwiches were taken by Subway. So an entire new category was created, and then there are plenty of other coffee shops specializing in different things, and that category expanded and then went into more categories. So that's happened there. Something that's happened quite recently, burgeoning industry, but which is growing at a very fast rate, is the co-working industry itself. And already you're seeing so many different kinds of co-working spaces. And here also there's a lot of option for creating your own category. For example, we're right now doing this session at 91 Springboard at BKC. Now, to the best of my knowledge, 91 Springboard is the only co-working space which has a huge canteen at every location. So there are 3 locations in Mumbai. Each and every location has a huge canteen. To the best of my knowledge, it's about 100 to 200 seats in every canteen. Now, that's a unique positioning. I don't know whether they're consciously using that as a strategy or not, but then it's like a subcategory, it's like a new category within co-working spaces which places a special emphasis on food. So if you are the finicky types who wants a co-working space with a proper canteen, with proper choice of food and all that, then you're only going to go to 91 Springboard. Similarly, there is a co-working space in Mumbai called Mosaic. Now, again, to the best of my knowledge, it is the only co-working space focusing on wellness. Plus, if you look at how the co-working industry in the world is shaping up, there are plenty of co-working spaces which are luxury co-working spaces. So there'll offer you plenty of facilities which probably you won't get in the normal co-working spaces. So new categories are being created every day. You might as well take the initiative and start a new category on your own.
So like have a subcategory in a category.
Yeah, or you can call it a new category.
So say for example, you have created a mark for yourself in a category, but soon there will be competition in it.
Yes.
Then how do you go about with your strategy?
Okay, if you create a new category, then sooner or later competition is going to enter that category.
Right.
And that's perfectly fine. We'll talk about that in greater detail in the next video because that's a separate category.